Good motherfucking morning, all you lovers and haters of the crewmate. I know you're here. So are we. Good
God damn.
morning, all you lovers and haters of the crewmate. Welcome to the land of imagination. We out here imaginizing and shit.
Your intros, I can't tell if they're getting better or worse.
Little from column A, a little from column B.
Alright. Good enough. Look column A, look column B. You sound like you're doing okay this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
he says. Yeah, he says. Just a yeah. Or evening, said Herb, by the way. Or afternoon or evening. He did point out. International.
Well, I mean, it's 5:30 in the morning here, so naturally I would say good morning.
Definitely morning.
It's
Definitely
very
morning
fucking
there.
morning for me
Morning
in the
indeed.
gayborhood.
This is the gayborhood, and you are not welcome.
She echoes now. I love it.
Does she?
No, it's a good echo. It's not. I don't hate it.
Oh, if it echoes, that's probably a mistake.
Oh. Maybe it's just because of how she was yelling. Did it echo bad over there, people in chat? I don't know. I heard it in here, and maybe it sounds different here.
I don't know, maybe my microphone's picking it up from my headphones and playing it twice.
Maybe that. Which is legal. Not a big deal.
See, does this echo?
You guys are going to be paying for my butthole.
What?
Is that an echo?
That didn't echo. What the where was that from? I don't remember that.
Larry remembers that.
Oh. Jesus. Okay then. Well.
Huh? No echo?
Yeah.
Echo?
Since there was no echo, everything seems good. Everything seems good. So, weird thought experiment before we begin doing anything else. Would you rather be in a accident that leaves you without the ability to hear, or with one of your arms missing?
Definitely one of my arms missing.
Oh, goddamn. Okay. So definitely one of your arms missing.
I could just grow it back.
Okay. Well, I'll give people a minute to contemplate that on their own over there. Okay. Some people saying arm. You said arm earlier. No one is choosing to lose their hearing. And apparently, you're able to tell a lot about someone by this particular question.
Well, as a Namekian, I'll lose an arm, just grow it back. Not a problem.
You sound weird.
You sound weird.
But if you choose to lose your hearing, then you are apparently more of, as someone who would rather be doing physical things, more of a pragmatic type person. If you choose to lose an arm, then you're more artistic minded. I heard this today. Did that ring true with anybody who I just said it to?
I would say so. I mean,
You
I
think it
could.
rings true?
Yeah, it sounds legitimate. It sounds like it could be based in something.
That one feels very dartboardy.
I mean, if like, if you're like a mountain climber, you could still climb a mountain without hearing, right? But you know, you wouldn't be able to play music anymore. So, or enjoy music.
I guess that.
For me
But
personally, like losing your hearing is way more likely to kill you.
okay, well, depending on the art that you're into, all right, what if you use your arms to create your art? Wouldn't that be something an artist would?
Well, yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you're
It feels
playing,
like a dartboard question where it sounds like you're doing something more than you are. Like you can say shit like that. It sounds way more philosophical than it really is.
does it though?
It feels like it does to me. Maybe it
I
doesn't. I don't know.
I
Maybe I'm
imagine
being a
that the
dickhead and
people that
ruining the
would
thing.
I imagine that the people that would answer that question, if you then find out whether they are more the athletic type or the creative type, that will line up.
Well, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a douche.
I
Feel
think
like I
that
might be being a douche
that's
about this.
exactly what this is. You were just a douche.
Mm. I wanted to throw that out at people and see if it rang true. And nobody said it didn't ring true, but for me it seems like bullshit. That seems like bullshit. Maybe it isn't.
Why does it
I
seem
don't
like
know.
bullshit?
It's just questions like that always seem like bullshit to me.
What, you can't understand how somebody might come to that conclusion? Like, let's take
I can
away the
understand
fact
how
that
somebody
they
could come to the
probably,
conclusion.
you know, made a sample audience and asked the question.
Okay. But it seems very surface level thinking. Like patting people on the ass for being very surface level in what they're thinking about. I don't know. I feel like a dick about it now because everybody
Should.
else seems to. Yeah, I know. Shame upon me. There's that guy.
Hopefully you chose to go
Oh,
deaf so that you can't hear the booze.
That's what I'm gonna choose now.
wow. That's so hateful.
I can't hear you shitting on me anymore. How are you, Kairu?
I'm good. How is everybody?
I was all right until I decided to talk to Akujin.
That's how most people are.
The day took a decided negative turn upon talking to Akujin. Now I don't know where it is.
God damn it, Akujin, what did you do this time?
Oh, he told
I
me I'm a
didn't do
douche.
anything. He wanted to shit on people who, you know, have a common thing, and then he didn't like it when people didn't
All right.
like it.
Hold on. Kairu, did you hear the question I asked earlier?
No, I just got
Okay,
to my
good.
computer.
No, this is good. This is good. All right, I'm gonna do it with Kairu now. Okay, Kairu, would you rather
You
be
like
in an
fish sticks?
accident? Oh, shut up.
I actually don't.
Would you rather be in an accident that left you without hearing or that took one of your arms?
Hearing's
So-
important.
You choose the arm.
I choose the arm.
Okay. Now,
Are
Look,
you
Kairu,
are you
okay,
more of
go
an
ahead.
athletic person or a creative person?
I'm not athletic, but like I mean, it could be like a handyman type. There's plenty of things where you do things that are more labor oriented or physical centric.
Do you like to do
However you want to phrase it.
things like hands-on things, or do you like to like create things?
I like hands-on things. Thing is, you can do a lot of stuff with one hand and a prosthetic which can be put on if you lose an arm.
Well, no, we're
Okay.
going to. It's deeper than that. I'm just.
If you
Just
lose your hearing,
do
that's
you
kind of it.
do you feel yourself to be more of an artistic person or more of a person who is on the other side of things and just more of a practical person?
I'm more of a practical person, but I'd still lose the arm.
Okay, well look, he went against the grain. The test would say it would go the opposite. Akujin.
Kairu's British. He doesn't count.
Oh my god.
He's an outlier. There are going to be outliers in any sort of thing. According to this thing that he read, people that would be more creative would tend to choose the arm, apparently. And people who are more hands-on, physical type, or athletic, or whatever, would choose to lose the hearing. And I can understand how that would come about. Tonka thinks it's bullshit, and I think he's full of shit.
It's bullshit.
Like,
I think it's
can you
bullshit.
understand how that might work, Kyro?
Oh, I can understand the position, but I also think they're wrong.
I don't think.
Well, they're wrong in your personal case.
No, by the way I assess logic, I would say they're wrong. It would always be the arm, no matter what.
No matter what. I don't know where the no matter what comes in, but either way.
Either way, whether you were more of a hands-on person or more of a creative type, losing the arm would always be the better option.
I think that losing the hearing is definitely going to potentially shorten your lifespan.
Yeah.
It's obviously the more dangerous of the two. There's not many times where you're like hanging off a cliff and you need two arms. However, you need to hear cars coming all the time. If you spent your whole life with hearing and relying on that to sense danger and keep yourself alive, and you lose that, you're way more likely to get mashed by a bus. I think mortality factor would go up for people who lose their hearing as opposed to people who lose their arm.
Yeah.
Not talking about mental health, just talking about, you know, acts of dog.
Acts of dog. Killing me. Okay. Okay. So, are we all agreeing or disagreeing now? Because Kairu is kind of proof, right? He didn't know. So, I mean, we have evidence.
Well,
That guy over there.
what you've done here is you've asked one person and ignored the other 20 people who said the opposite.
It was a blind test, though.
I thought it was a deaf test.
Gadfly35 said, losing hearing is obviously the better option in every capacity. It's not even a debate. Think it through more. See? All right, here's something weird. I know that Gadfly is a creative type. So what do you do with that?
Yeah, but he's a writer. He doesn't need hearing to write.
All right, I think that's the artist formerly known as Emperor, said, did you watch Pieman's new video? We will get there. And Anthony hacked through in to say, I disagree. Respectfully, though. Respectfully, though. If you are down, we can all watch that video together, lads, and you can all tell me exactly what I'm supposed to think about it. That's how YouTube works, yes?
Yes.
No. Yes?
No?
No. No.
Are you even going to be able to
Okay.
get the context of the video without hearing it?
No.
No. Yes? No. No. I will need I'm gonna lose my arm, aren't
Put on closed captions.
I? Yeah.
Look, the
Okay.
arm's got to go. I need to watch these fucking these YouTube videos.
No. There's fuck. I don't know. You know, like the braille, but I wouldn't be blind, so I don't need that.
It'd be sign
I
language.
just need closed caption and sign language, yeah.
What about you, Les? Would you rather lose a leg or not?
No, it wasn't a leg.
What, I'd
What
rather
was the
lose
other
a-
That was the joke.
Oh.
What, I'd rather lose a
Okay.
leg or what?
Well, all right.
You'd rather
There's
lose a
a
leg or not
hypothetical.
lose a leg?
Well,
I'd
there's
rather
a
not lose a leg.
hypothetical to be thrown out where would you rather be in a accident that leaves you without the ability to hear or where you lose one of your arms?
Wow.
And depending on what people choose, allegedly, you can tell a lot about them.
Huh. Well, as somebody who's actually, I've lost a limb, the use of a limb, I would say that probably since I've had it my whole life, losing my hearing would be horrible. But, you know, I guess it would really depend upon the circumstances. Because if you've got a person, you know, let's say somebody's born without hearing, they've learned to adapt. Whereas somebody like me who's, you know, past 50, depending upon hearing my whole life, boy, that'd be bad news, I would think. Just going to total deafness where there was no sound at all in your world. That'd be crazy.
World goes quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be absolutely nuts. I mean, just think about the things trying to function. I mean, that you don't even think about, that you use hearing for as a detector. You know, stuff sneaking up behind you, cars on the street. Wow, I mean, all kinds of stuff. I used to do the fire and burglar alarm installation, so all the sirens and stuff like that, the audibles, anyways. You wouldn't be able to hear. So yeah, that'd be pretty rough. Whereas with losing an arm, even if you've had both arms your whole life, if you lost an arm, you can adapt. I mean,
Well,
as
yeah,
someone who's
and
lost
there's
my
also
lower,
prosthetics you can get for an
yeah,
arm.
yeah,
There are many ways around that. There
yeah.
are hearing aids, and they
Well,
have
there is.
successfully been able to do. Have they been able to do some kind of transplant?
I
Give
thought
people
they did
hearing?
something where they've restored hearing on some people that didn't have it before. Yeah.
A
Okay.
lot of that is through cochlear implants, but that's only if there's an issue with the cochlea itself.
Like it's deformed or something.
You
Cock.
goddamn. Well, hold on. How the fuck do you know that?
Pyro
That's
knows
very
all about
specific
cock.
knowledge.
I know a lot of random shit about nothing.
That's real specific knowledge to just be carrying around. But okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
most
G.I. Joe said, knowing's half the battle.
yeah, most times when someone is able to regain hearing through like implants or something, it is through mechanical replacement of the cochlea. there's not really, at the moment, any way to restore hearing from damage in another area other than the cochlea.
They're working on it.
Huh.
They're working on it. But
That's
it
the
takes a long
whole
time.
part of the whole appeal of the whole transhumanism thing. They'll just rewire the neural pathways from ecstasy, restore the blind shall see, the deaf shall hear. Praise science.
Well,
Anthony threw in and said, if you lose your limbs, you can become Inspector Gadget.
This is true. This is true. Although I haven't had the one, I don't got the prosthetic that extends. I've just got the regular here. Here's a leg. I need that prosthetic one so I can do the go-go gadget thing.
Go Gadget over here.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
Go gadget pogo stick.
No. Maybe.
Look, that'd be a much quicker way to get around if one of your legs was a pogo stick.
Right?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe very true. But, alright, hold on. I'm going to try to articulate this to Les. Which one did you pick, by the way? Arm or hearing?
I would say, with me personally, I would prefer to lose the arm than the hearing.
Okay. Well, according to this thing, that would mean that you are a more artistic-minded person.
Really? That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I've always considered myself like more mechanical kind of thinking than artistic. And boy, I don't know if that artistic, if it's
Okay,
happening
so
somewhere,
hold on,
I don't know where
Akujin.
it's at.
That's two people. Two people. They're both the outliers, though.
Yeah, neither of them count.
They don't count.
They're
Okay.
barely people.
What?
What?
Well, Kairu's British, and the other one, he's not whole.
Wow.
I speak from experience.
I mean, maybe together they make up a people.
Make a whole person.
Go that way.
Man.
You're an Australian. You're a descendant of British.
I don't even know why.
Yeah,
Which
I
means you're
evolved.
not even a full people.
I evolved to a superior species.
What?
You
What?
evolved into a species that gets defeated by birds.
Birds. Emus.
That was a long time ago. We've come a long way since then.
What?
Oh, less than 100 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
I'm not forced.
When was the last time Britain was important?
The British Bulldog?
I don't know. We're kind of always important.
Technically, the sun still doesn't set on the British Empire.
Oasis was cool.
Oasis was cool.
I'm just saying. Sometimes Britain's okay.
A couple of things going on, don't they?
Sometimes. Fuck. Okay.
I mean, hey, we came up with the first COVID vaccine.
Well, how long did it take you guys?
A couple of months.
Couple of months. Look at it. And you've been hoarding that.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's why don't nobody like you, motherfucker.
Look, Britain first, okay? Got that.
Britain first.
At least a third of the population is now vaccinated. So
But,
it's a pretty good number.
yeah, but at least the Brits are safe. Did you make sure to get the royal inbred family? Did we make sure that they're going to be safe? Because I just don't know what would do for
Well,
the
we can't
entire world if something were to happen with them. I don't know. If something went down with them, that would break my fucking heart.
You know, for inbreds, they live a really fucking long time.
They have been living.
Don't
a long time.
they?
It's mutated. It's fucking mutated.
It's amazing
I
how
mean,
long you can live when you're siphoning, the blood of the youth to keep yourself alive artificially,
What?
This is
like
this is more
fucking
that
vampires.
Yeah, it's more that fake snow shit, isn't it?
Dude, no, that's not even a joke. Do you know how many fucking blood transfusions
What's
the
not a
Queen
joke?
Mother has every year?
What?
The
I have no
Queen
idea.
Mother has horrible medical problems. She
Ah,
needs-
yeah, what do I? And what's keeping her alive? Fresh blood. So where's the
What?
lie?
What? What are you saying?
What do you mean, what am I saying? What part do you not understand?
Are you saying the old lady's a vampire?
He's not denying.
In some sense of the word, yes.
Everybody else has a Bloody Mary. She has a Bloody Mary. Okay, that's what he's saying.
Also, she's dead.
She's dead?
She is now.
Yeah, the Queen Mother's dead. Well,
Oh, okay.
she's
I was
been
like,
dead for nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
She lived till the
What?
age of 102.
Yeah,
which
how
is
do you
pretty
think
good
she
anyway.
got to 102?
There's one lady
4
that
blood
did it with Dr.
transfusions a
Pepper.
week.
There was the old lady with Dr. Pepper. I remember that. There was the old boy that went past 102 with the cigars and the steak a day, too.
Yeah, oh god, that one was hilarious.
I was just saying.
And in Kujin's defense, he cooked his steak well done, if I remember right. And he lived past 100. So see?
Look,
There we go.
he is saying that people are vampires. I'm allowed to ask questions.
I'm not saying she's a vampire. I'm just saying that she gets regular blood transfusions to help keep her alive.
What do you mean by regular? Okay, so like once, twice a year. What do you mean?
A few times a month.
A few times a month.
The Queen Mother didn't get that much blood.
That's a lot of blood, Akujin. We're pretty much talking about just may as well have hooked up a proton pack full of blood and blasted her with it all the time. Like,
Okay,
Whenever she goes on tour, she brings a royal physician with her with a bag full of blood.
that's a lot of blood.
Do you know why the royals bring a bag of blood with them everywhere?
What?
This
Because
is
they're
actually royal
vampires.
protocol is to always bring blood. It's in case of any medical problem of which they need very quick transfusion of blood. In fact, actually, a lot of world leaders will have that same policy.
No.
Okay, well I guess that's less creepy. But when you come around saying, "Hey, do you know they have a policy to always have a bag of blood?" Okay, you gotta clarify that. You guys are fucking outrageous with the claims already today. Like we just got here.
So does the queen suffer from like anemia or something? Or
They all do.
hemophilia? Yeah.
Or, I mean, when you're getting really old,
When you're that
You're gonna have to
inbred,
have-
yeah, you get deficient of a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. I can see it.
They got all sorts of
Including
horrible
being able
genetic
to-
conditions that they pass around, like, the flu.
Like cards. Yeah. I can see it.
Ed threw in and said, "I'm a vampire. People always said I was unusual for a vampire." I think people think you're unusual for being unusual. You're Ed. Also, Gadfly threw in and said, "And that's why I love Kuji." And then Anthony had also thrown in to say, "First is the worst." Appreciate it, lads. And now my mind heavily warped, thinking about inbred vampires, because
Ruling the British Empire.
within the first half hour of the show, that's where we were at.
And that's why we had the Boston Tea Party.
Sometimes I can appreciate
Yeah, the foresight.
things. Sometimes it's not the worst show ever. Not the worst. Inbred vampires that run con. That's
good stuff.
well done.
It happens.
Well played.
It's happening right now in a British country near you.
In a British country near you.
See, that's a scary thing. Like I said,
It's
the,
like a
the sun
movie
still
theater.
doesn't set on the British Empire, so they still got influence everywhere. So yeah, it's like the vampire thing. It's pretty scary.
Oh god, Brian Wreck. Andrew carries a underage girl in his luggage.
What?
What?
Prince Andrew.
Oh dear.
Oh, is that the
Hey.
guy with the
Very-
The island.
Very
and
good
the very,
friends with
the Mark
Epstein.
Wahlberg acting?
and
What?
The very
No,
what?
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know them.
Prince Andrew.
My plane
it-
likes to go there.
One of the Queen's sons. Very, very good friends with Epstein.
Yeah, I had a very poor interview.
mhm.
Very poor.
That was great, that interview.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
yeah,
a
it
little
kind
bit
of
on
it-
here.
it kind of
Rivaled only by Jacqueline Aid's interview. I'm still saying it's only a matter of time before Wes goes and bails her out of jail, and she's staying at the house. I'm telling you, we will do a show one day, and Wes Most he will be in something with Jacqueline. Something.
see,
I
that-
don't know what,
that-
but something. He will have
that was a
accidentally sold her a
great-
toaster. Perhaps she came to his yard sale and bought a PlayStation. I don't know.
The,
But
the
one day-
universe shall
Cool
bring
guest.
them together.
The universe is conspiring against him, and it's slowly building up to the end game. He is getting to the final boss.
He's going to have his final form.
It's gonna happen.
He was an amazing guest. I had never seen him before. So the show you guys had, I was
We've
like,
had him.
holy shit!
We've
That
had
guy-
him around 4 or 5 times.
See,
that
again,
was
this is-
round and about one of his more tame experiences with women.
Really.
You should go
Jesus.
back. Wes
Man, 'cause
has been accused of sex trafficking and has the 911 call of the woman saying that he's sex trafficking her, but he's also about to meet her to give her money and her belongings and
Nice.
wish her well.
Wish her well.
But
Nice.
dude, there's so many. It was wacky. That lady was something.
That was entertaining. I was like, holy shit. Again, here's another example of why I sit back and I say, man, I really don't have it that bad. You know, it just
No,
I've had some crazy exes, but I mean, man.
he's got a thing for pretty much insane people.
Yeah, sounds like
They
it.
gravitate to him pretty regularly here.
Wes, if you're listening, that was amazing.
Which is
Amazing,
unfortunate.
yes.
He seems like a roundabout normal guy. Very
he does.
very
Presents himself
just
that way.
normal dude. But surrounded by crazy women. Which
It's
can be
Biden's
okay
America.
sometimes.
Yeah, but when it goes overboard like that, oh.
Yeah. So you just gotta, wait it out. We'll get our Westmost Jacqueline Aid saga one day, and we'll play that one out. Who's the other thing? Do you have a fuck? What was it? There were 3 videos that were made about the thing we're talking about today. All right, there was one made by Jester. There was one made by the guy who it happened to himself, and then there was apparently the live stream thing. We do not want the live stream thing. We were originally going to look at the Jester video, but then someone quote unquote leaked this. Now, before we even start on it, can we talk about the idea of a leaked YouTube video?
A leaked YouTube.
Can we have a conversation about that?
Yes.
Look, he left
Okay.
his computer open. It was hacked by the Russians, who
Again.
uploaded these videos along with some people's nudes. It happens.
Karu, is this a thing with your people? The commentary people, is this a thing?
To be honest, this is the first time I've ever heard of this happening.
A leaked YouTube video?
Yeah. Like, hey, maybe some information about a video getting leaked. That's something that happens in the past.
Information get leaked like, okay, this will be a topic in the video. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
this stuff's going to be gone over. This stuff might happen. This video might be used. Yeah, Never a whole fucking video.
But
Wow.
the video be leaked. Never.
No. The only way that I could think that that would have happened is,
On purpose?
no, well, either it's happened on purpose or the person who created the video was in a group chat with a bunch of other people, showed them the video first to ask what they thought about it, and one of them's taken it and given it off to someone else. It's the only way that I can think that could happen, but it's never happened before from what I can think of.
I think it's fake.
I think it's bullshit.
Oh, really?
I think it. How do you? How
Okay.
does a YouTube video get leaked?
Hang on, VHS in the chat. The video was unlisted. He gave the link to a couple of people for their feedback. So, kind of what I was saying might have happened, kind of along those lines.
Counterpoint.
Someone's probably given the link to someone they shouldn't have.
Alright, counterpoint. That happens.
Uh?
It gets out. Why don't you just private the fucking video?
Yeah.
Seems like an easy way to stop the air quotes leak, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, if somebody's
It's
already
almost like he could just hide it.
look, no.
No?
What's gonna?
No, you can't do
No,
that?
'cause- No, well, you could do that, but it's not going to work. Because if someone who shouldn't have had their hands on it somehow gets the link, and you don't know that they've got the link,
From what I saw, the
They
dork
could
just
download
posted
it.
the link on Twitter.
Well, if he's just posted the link on Twitter, it's kind of stupid. It's
That
not
was
really a
dumb.
leak.
Yeah,
it's
that
not
I
really a
don't get
leak, is it? It's he's put it out. He's just not had it listed.
I'm not gonna condemn anybody over it or whatever. It's weird, but I think the element of it's leaked is I don't know. It seems goofy, but I guess he handed off to a couple people. Hey, what do you think of my video? And then they all put it up. Fine. It's leaked, but fuck's sake, I don't know. Why would you do that? Hey, look at my video. Well, yeah, they're gonna share it, especially when there's so much incentive to.
I was gonna say it's kind of like par for the course for this community to do this stuff, right? Like DMs and
Yeah,
this.
why
I
the
mean,
fuck would you trust any of these
anybody.
dorks?
Yeah. These guys are dog eat dog.
Okay. All right, let me mess with this. What are we looking at here?
The one you asked me to show.
Okay. There's another video.
This is the leak.
Oh, I know. There's another video, I think, that's been posted by what looks to be Willie Mack.
Okay, Willie Mack.
Who the fuck is Willie Mack? I've heard that name.
You related to Bernie Mac?
No, Willie Mack were
Willie
Willie
Mack
Mack's
is
good
a
friend of
wrestler.
Tommy C.
Oh God. All right.
Willie Mack's not as stupid though.
Okay.
I'll actually give it to Willie Mack. He actually is capable of critical thinking, and he will actually call them out on certain bullshit.
Okay. He's named after a wrestler at TNA. I know that. That's where I know the name from.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that's just actually his name.
Oh dear.
William
Okay.
McElford?
Something like that.
McElroy. I don't know. All right. It's not important. It's fine. All right. So you got the video up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the video from the Pie Man.
This is a pie video.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
Roll tape.
see how we did. Yeah.
One of the most respected commentary YouTubers right now is John Swan, a channel which has blown up in popularity during the last year due to his highly edited documentary-style videos, as well as his regular interaction with other commentary channels. Despite his large channel size, John has not received much criticism during his time on YouTube, and the times he is criticised, the arguments presented are usually very poor and spouted by degenerates, who have done a number of questionable things.
Really?
John likes to take a relaxed approach to this, making memes and other
I don't know
jokes
who
about
that
the
guy
criticism
is.
or person making the criticism. So it may come as a surprise that there is one drama, or criticism, John doesn't like talking about. In fact, when it's mentioned, he gets angry.
No! Fuck no! Go fuck yourself. Fuck off! Go fuck yourself.
That's because this time is different. John has lost long-time fans and admirers from this drama, and the vast majority of the community disagrees with him. Therefore, John views his best bet as trying to hide his deep involvement with the allegations, gaslighting about how he originally handled the situation, making up disgusting rumours out of thin air to discredit criticism, and doubling down on all of this multiple times. Today, I will reveal the side of John Swan we don't often see, the lying and manipulating side. John will finally go, mask off. Let me be clear, I'm no John Swan hater. In fact, I quite like his content. After his last video was released, I complimented him on it in his Discord server. I also defended him against some weird Twitter spags who had made disgusting comments about his sister. So even after all John has done, I don't let personal issues get in the way of facts and what is right and wrong. In December of last year, Mr. Toxics, a terrible person for many reasons, posted pretty weird DMs between me and a girl who asked me to delete it. He ended up posting a DM screenshot.
Pause. Hold on. Okay.
Was that child slicing at their throat with a fucking
Hold on.
pencil?
Tell me that wasn't the coolest kid ever.
So
What the
stupid.
fuck was that? What was even happening there? What was that? Fucking
Supposed to eat the pencil, not fucking slap it across your neck.
They just, damn.
The people who make videos talking about respect, and it's like, motherfucker, go play on your skateboard. Shut up. This dude has a reason. The one who's making the video now, but like the guy he just showed with the, goddamn. All right, I'm ready. You can keep going. I needed a minute.
Who is it that's actually making this video?
I don't even know.
This it appears to be Pie Man.
That's what I was going to say. This is Pie Man, right?
Oh.
Who's different from Cake Man?
Very different from Cheesecake Man.
No, stop.
You can keep going.
On a burner Twitter account, tagging practically everyone I know and calling me the most disgusting things. Most people who saw the original thread were small commentators and didn't have much of a reaction, apart from criticising Mr. Toxics for leaking a DM from someone else without permission. The larger community only caught on to the allegations via an A-Star tweet, but that isn't the full story. Both John Swan and A-Star's Twitter accounts were suspended in September 2020 due to anonymous Gene and Chris Hansen. Both got their accounts back, but John got us back way earlier than A-Star's. In fact, during the time he was suspended, A-Star created another account which he still uses to this day. Twitter support, that was just a joke. Please don't ban A-Star again. Anyway, A-Star's account didn't have many followers back in early December, so many of his tweets didn't gain traction. The meme tweet referencing the allegation, which by not including my age and using this specific format implies I'm over the age of consent, which I am not, had no eyes on it until John Swan, an account with over 22,000 followers at the time, replied to it and tweeted about it again and again, driving it into the forefront of the community's mind. Admittedly, he didn't quote tweet or retweet his tweets about it, but the sheer volume of tweets about it would more than make up for this. John Swan, more than any other person, obviously apart from Mr. Toxics, blew up this drama into the mess it became, becoming the hero leading the charge against me. It is very clear that without John, none of what transpired would have happened. John, whether he likes it or not, is an influencer, and is a highly respected one at that. After John tweeted at me, many of the same small commentators which thought the drama was stupid did a 180 and started calling me vile things, trying to keep up with whichever side was more popular, with their actual thoughts being irrelevant, again showing the idiocy of small commentators. One of the most disappointing things about this mess was people I'd considered friends turning their backs on me. While, as I admit to this day and apologised for repeatedly at the time of the drama, what I said was weird, and very, very stupid. It was nothing more, and much of what commentators, big and small, said of me was tantamount to slander. You can look in the Wayback Machine or find screenshots of some of this, but the only vile tweets or comments I will show in this video are from people who have refused to apologise to me, or accept some wrongdoing. I completely forgive anyone involved who apologised, so there's no reason to bring up their past. The only
Man. Okay, he's doing good. He's doing really good.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. Everybody talks about how, John Swan puts his videos together and, they get his point out. This video's got to be every bit as good as those. And he's getting his points across. He's got his visuals line. It's really good. He's doing very well. The weird clip of the kid earlier being the exception. This is good, though.
Is it really? Is it an exception?
Yes.
I don't know. It was pretty great. But I don't know. He's laying his points out pretty easy to get here. What was... Like, people were trying to go at him about this video? This is a bad video? Is that what we're doing?
It's not bad so far. I'm like 4 minutes in.
Maybe it ends up going to complete shit, but so far in, he's doing pretty okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything to razz him about it.
Keep going.
exception is that one tweet from A-Star which implies me being a pedo and overage. This is to provide context for the previous and coming up discussion about John's tweets. A-Star and I have talked and worked this all out, so please do not call out A-Star for this. I don't have time to explain exactly how I'm not a P-word in this video, but I recommend videos by Crows of Judgment, Bunk, who goes into great detail about it, and a clip from an Orgy stream. I'll show a few clips now.
I don't know what you want me to say. The guy, the kid is 15. I'll tell you all a secret, right? And it's probably gonna get me fucking canceled. When I was 14, I dated a girl who I think was 12. We're like a grade apart, but like she then turned 13, and then I was still 14, but then I turned 15. So that probably means I should be fucking canceled. These guys are fucking stupid as shit.
You need to go, you need to log off. You need to like leave online settings because you cannot have a public platform when you've admitted to this stuff. And this stuff is going to haunt you now, forever online. Like
These dumbasses call this sound therapeutic advice, telling a 15-year-old that this is going to haunt you forever. You can't have an online platform. You need to log off, get off the internet. It sounds like a fucking threat to a 15-year-old. You dumbass. Am I saying like you're threatening to do something? No, it sounds like you are trying to terrify this kid. But again, let's be clear here, because I think that their standard, because they're fucking brain damaged, right, is that because she's 12 and he's attracted to her, right, that means that he will forever be attracted to 12-year-olds. As you get older, right, things change. Stop trying to weaponize accusations of pedophilia. Educate this fucking kid. No, instead you're taking this fucking
so
moral
like this guy gets it really easy.
Instead you're taking this moral fucking high ground on a 15-year-old,
almost like it's
telling him
simple.
that this will haunt him forever. You can't be online. This is gonna haunt you forever. You can't have a platform. Haunt you forever. Sound therapeutic fucking advice.
dude, I just exposed him. And he might be listening or whatever. You might be thinking like, well, okay.
I mean, I can't disagree with that last guy's take. It's almost like
he's
we've
absolutely
said the
right.
exact same thing here.
Well, yeah. I'm just wondering, is Augie going to say the same thing?
dude, I just exposed him. And he might be listening or whatever. You might be thinking like, well, okay, what's wrong with that? He's talking to a 12-year-old. You just talked about red kiwis or whatever. No. Here's the one minor little detail that changes the whole story.
Yeah, that Aiden brings up in the clip.
Pie Man is a retarded 15-year-old, all right? And I'm saying that seriously. He doesn't have any friends. There's DMs where he's like, I've never talked to girls before. Twitter is the only time I get to talk to girls or whatever. So he sends a cringy DM to a 12-year-old while he's 15. 3-year age gap.
But
They're
he
both
doesn't know
minors.
he's 12 at the time.
They're both minors. Well, the DM was
Because
like...
the two guys talking have definitely
The
talked
DM
to
was-
girls.
Yeah.
These guys broadcasting
They have
this shit to
the
parent
hot
closet.
facts on crushing puss.
God fucking damn it.
Know all about those whammons.
No, but all right. I'm glad they didn't go in on the child for being a pedophile and be like, yeah, you should be going off the internet. You should dip. I'm glad they didn't go along with that. Hallelujah.
Anybody who goes along with that line of thinking is a fucking moron.
Well, I've told everybody that there is hope for some people. Not a lot of hope, but at least you have that glimmer of hope. They will not try to run a 15-year-old off the internet calling him a pedophile. At least you can have that hope when you're dealing with him. He will give you that. Which I'm grateful for, by the way. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Augie. Reasonable in one respect. Just one.
It counts.
It counts. It's just one.
Go ahead.
Son of Levi Stalker.
Son of
Basically saying stuff like, oh, I just found out you're 12 and I kind of feel like a pedo or something like that and stuff. It's a sketchy DM. I'm not gonna lie. The DM is sketchy. DM is questionable. That being said, we're talking about two minors here. Everyone around this kid, or whatever, this kid is fucked up socially, alright? Everyone around him immediately turns on him. Everyone calls him a pedo or says he's gonna grow up to be a pedo, even though he's like a fucking kid who sent a cringy DM to another kid. This is a nothing burger, guys. I'm sorry, but there's nothing to this. It's two kids, alright? I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Sorry,
there is a
don't
thing
care.
to it.
Anything or no.
There is a thing to it, though. The thing to it is that their boy tried to run him off of the internet. That's the thing. That's what made it a story. It
We
could
don't
have been a
talk about
nothing
that
burger
thing.
had that not happened.
I'd say that's quite a rather large thing.
Since that happened, it then became quite a big deal. It was a pretty shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, originally, yes, nothing burger. That was the original thing, but people wanted to go out there and try to get their shit in. Try to fucking be like, hey, guys, we got another pedophile off the internet. And it's like, dude, he's a kid. What are you doing? What the fuck are you on about? I don't know. I'm glad I'm glad Augie had a reasonable take on it, but is anybody else surprised by how far this shit even got?
I am.
Like, there were 170,000 fucking tweets. And then even when it was like, well, he's a kid, they're like, yeah, but you're gonna grow up and be a pedophile. And
Yeah, they wouldn't
this is
even
gonna
back
haunt
off
you. It's
then,
like,
huh?
what? So, like, when you're a kid, you can't date kids. I was dating kids. When I was a kid, I dated kids, man.
Yeah.
You can't.
When I was young, I dated other young people.
You have to wait until you are of age and then date other of age people. Anything less is obviously abhorrent.
Uncivilized. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well then, yeah, I can't talk about anything That rules out the door quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rules out the door at every junior
Yeah,
high.
I didn't have massive amounts of girlfriends, when I started getting into high school, before I was of the age of 15. I absolutely did not, kiss any of them on the lips. Because
You didn't have a fancy.
that'd be disgusting, right? That'd be pedophilia.
That would be wrong.
Yeah, you can.
But I was
can do
fucking
no
king shit at
dating.
year 7. I had a 9th grade girlfriend. I was that guy.
Man.
9th grade girlfriend with working vagina.
Well, you're damn lucky that Swan wasn't around to tell you what's up.
Guy that's never had a girlfriend. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, alright.
Because brother, he would have roasted you. He'd have been there.
Ratioed you on the playground.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
John Swan would have got strung up by his perm. What are you talking about?
I think his Buster Browns would have been hanging.
I'd have beaten that motherfucker up. And I wasn't the violent type.
It would be funny to see Kairu fight
Just wailing
someone
on
like
somebody.
John Swan. I would watch that fight.
I would. I'd do it. Hey.
That would
I'm
be
all for it.
watchworthy. That gets a click from me if I see that pop up.
You know what I think part of John Swan's problem is? He went through high school, he was lonely. He asked one boy out, got rejected, and then decided to give up altogether.
That was his problem, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
He could have found it. He could have found another boy.
Found little Nads. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Dude got rejected by his own hand.
Now that's ratioed.
That was mean and unnecessary, Kairu.
I think it was very mean, but also necessary. And correct.
Continue.
But yeah, I'm just going to say, this is part of the reason why I used to have a lot of hope in Oggy. Like, that he would not turn out like the rest of these douchebags, because even now, every now and again, he'll say something that is not stupid and is actually, oh, that makes sense. And here he goes again. It does happen. Yeah, but he has, but he has more than anyone else over this side. Pretty much everything that comes out of the rest of the commentary community's mouth is bullshit. People like Tipster, they get maybe one a year. I've seen Oggy nail quite a few issues and go against his own friends.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say a lot. I'll say like
I wouldn't say a lot either. I just said a lot more than the other guys.
They tend to do it whenever they get stuck, but I also think they have cut bait on Swan, and that there are lines being drawn in a weird way.
Yeah.
That there's about to be a thing. I don't know when, but soon.
They don't usually draw lines in the sand, but this is one line being drawn.
Just say. It's like you can see Tipster out there. He is on the Swan side.
Yeah.
Then you'll have like Augie and Diorio on. They're gonna have a big thing soon. Let it happen. Let it happen.
Let them fight.
What he's saying here, could it be a side effect of that? Maybe. Could it be genuine? Maybe. But I'm not in the business of figuring out which. I'm just saying what he said was a decent take. But if you ask Tipster, this whole video it's just dishonest arguments and fucked up.
Whatever.
So just saying. Go ahead.
Been neutral.
Dude, I called it that kid's show. I support him. I am unironically a Pie Man fan. All right, I like Pie Man. I don't give a fuck what he did. I could care less. That's my. Well, maybe that's a nuclear stance. I don't care.
Let me start by clarifying that the girl involved in this is a hormonal minor in a kind of similar age group, just the same as Pie Man. Why are we holding a 15-year-old accountable for their flirtatious conversations with another minor? A 15-year-old is not smart enough to know what they're saying and know the implications behind what they're saying and really grasp, the concept of sexuality at 15 years old. Now you might be like, oh, well, the age difference,
It seems to me like he grasped it quite well. Because there's nothing wrong with what he did. He's a 15-year-old kid talking to another kid of the same age.
Even some of the people that are reaching the right conclusion, they're getting there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Which I guess is, I don't know. I guess it still counts, I think. I don't know if it counts. Does that count?
Like 3/4 counts, maybe.
A passing grade. It's a C grade.
It's a C grade. Okay. Yeah. Nothing outstanding. Just
scraped through.
Yeah, it's like
he said he's turned on by that. So
you've got you're working out wrong.
Hmm.
It's like when you'd put like on a test, like a math test or something. You get the correct answer, but you're working out it's wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Half a point is usually awarded for incorrect working out if you get the right answer.
Oh, he's a creep. He's a weirdo. Maybe he doesn't even know what that really means. I mean, he's 15. You can't hold him accountable for that. You can't say that he understands what it means to say that, and then also say he's too young to date someone who's 20 years old because he's not mature enough yet. You can't have both, especially if what he's saying is true, where once he learned their age, he kind of backed off. This could definitely be like a learning experience for the guy. It's definitely not something easy, but it's not something he should be cancelled over.
It's also worth noting that a lot of the commentary community thought the drama was overblown, and I wasn't as bad as many said. John Swan was one of the only large commentators who thought I was a horrible person and that the drama is important. In fact, as I am making this video, John is one of the only commentators who still believes I'm a danger to this community and should get off the internet. John is alone in this drama, so that's why he prefers it if no one pays attention. Nowadays, John likes to gaslight about what he said at the time. He said,
"Look at this Prince motherfucker! Look at those curls!"
That haircut just looks fucking terrible.
He is looking foolish.
That is not a good look.
I don't know. I think he looks very pretty.
He never said I was the P word, implied it.
So I told him to not be on the internet, basically, and that's what they're criticizing me for, because I told him not to be on the internet because he's not. I don't think I think he needs to readjust. He's like not. He needs to do it. I mean, that's fine. If you need to readjust, that's fine.
This is false. John may not have specifically said, "At the Pie Man, you are a pedo," but he heavily implied it again and again. For example, when John replied to the A-Star tweet which implied I was a pedo and overage, John just posted a picture of the leaked DM, highlighting the most controversial bit. John didn't mention I was 15 or add any other context to the situation. You might argue that he just found that part weird and wanted to call it out. But then, don't do it this way. You don't introduce a serious situation to 22k followers through memes. Well, maybe he didn't think it was a serious situation. Of course he did. He tweeted that I'm no longer welcome in the community and that I need to leave the internet forever. I don't know who decided John Swan should decide who's allowed in the community, but nevertheless, John thought I was a terrible person and a danger to others. How else can you interpret all that?
The same urges again. Oh.
This is so fucked up right here. Remove yourself from the internet to ensure that you will not fall guilty to the same urges again. Remember, you're being turned on by a literal child.
Jesus. I don't know who this pie guy is. I've never interacted with them. First thing he should do, stop respecting these people.
Yeah.
And John Swan is telling this guy that he needs some kind of therapy or help.
Anthony threw in and said, Tipster calls all of his critics dishonest, which is funny because he is the definition of dishonest. Accurate.
This fucking pie dude did absolutely nothing wrong.
No.
But what is wrong is what you're reading in this fucking tweet right here. What you're reading is an idiot and a person who has never had a girlfriend trying to...
Yeah, never had anybody try to text him or talk to him.
Yeah, trying to fucking rail somebody off the internet, harass the shit out of them, imply that, you know, their life is fucking over nothing. Over something that is completely normal and has been completely normal for the entire history of humanity. For as long as there has been people.
Kid's gonna have
There has been 12-year-olds dating 15-year-olds. It's never been a problem.
She was 13.
It never.
She just said 12. He thought she was 12. She's 13.
All right, fine. She was 13. Even if she was 12. Let's make it worse.
I know.
Let's make her 12.
Okay, I know. But it's so fucking cartoon that this is what they're banging on about. Or I say they, it's one. John Swan finds himself on this thing where he thinks that he can kick people off of the fucking internet now. He failed doing it with Susie Lou, so he's going to try to do it to somebody way smaller over some shit like that. It's fucked up.
Yes. What he's doing is he's going after a child right now. If anyone is a predator in this situation...
you took 20,000 followers and you pointed them at a little kid and called him a pedo.
Yes, if anyone is a predator in this situation, it's fucking John Swan. Because here you have an adult going after a 15-year-old child, not in a sexual way, but in a way that is completely inappropriate and unrealistic, not socially acceptable. There is nothing right about what John Swan is doing here.
No, he's trying to destroy a kid so he can get some clout, so he can build his internet, whatever, empire.
Problem is with Swan is he has been led to believe that he is some kind of moral arbiter.
Who did that?
The Mona Lisa.
The Mona
When he
Lisa.
came here, even Leader treated him like he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Well, that community seems to like to believe that he is the moral arbiter. He can't be wrong until it's come to this.
He's always wrong.
Exactly, but people who
He's
are also
never
wrong will
right
think
about
he is wrong.
anything, Kairu.
I know.
Ever.
I am aware, but his moronic followers will think he's correct.
You could just tweak this tweet just a little bit, and John could take his own advice. It could read, "How can you control that? Step 1 is to remove yourself from the internet to ensure that you will not fall guilty to the same urges again. Remember, you're being turned on by destroying a literal child. Step 2 is to get some kind of therapy or help, because this can't go on, dude."
Accurate. Not a bad rewrite of the tweet.
I honestly think if someone needs to take a break from the internet to readjust, as John claims that he said, it is John. He needs to rethink his life, and he needs to stop fucking doing this shit.
Krubu threw in and he said, John jealous that Junior's got more game than him.
No.
I think he's right.
Could be true.
Well, the thing, I understand he's trying to double and triple down because it's his reputation a bit at stake. But the thing that kind of, just to me, I look at it and I'm like, why is he so fixated?
John
Why
Swan,
can't he just let it go?
He's young, but that motherfucker is maybe a fucking sociopathic narcissist.
No, that's quite possible.
People like it when you say shit like that. He might be that. People always say that about people on YouTube. He might be that.
Oh, he is absolutely a narcissist.
He's 100% a narcissist. He has delusions of grandeur.
Nobody seems.
He says
to be
that
as
he's
into
a
John
fucking
Swan as John
copyright
Swan is.
expert. And now he thinks he's a fucking sociology expert, fucking in human interactions and relationship dynamics.
Well, people say that shit about every motherfucker you see on YouTube, but like, what gets me with it on Swan is I don't know if anybody is as big on John Swan as John Swan is on John Swan.
John Swan is a mark for John Swan.
John Swan loves him some John Swan. So that kind of clues me into that. And then watching he, instead of being like, oh, we got his age wrong, Jesus Christ, guys. And, none of that. It's, okay, you need to leave the internet because you made me look bad.
Because I'm looking bad. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
John Swan seems like he might be crazy. Like, he might be a really terrible fucking person.
Oh, I think
my image is more important than your innocence. That is what it is.
Yes, and like not even that to an adult. Like he's doing it to a kid. Like he's pulling this bullshit on a kid.
To a 15-year-old right now.
And I think, and honestly, for Tipster, because those guys watch the show. At the end of the day, this is what you're saying, that this video that this kid's put out is garbage and dishonest. He's just pretty much just laying it out, and I do not see anything wrong with what he said so far. I mean, am I missing something?
What do you do? I have one of those shirts.
Do you?
Over on the side there.
That's a cool fucking shirt.
That is a cool shirt.
You need to buy me one of those shirts.
It was a gift. I don't even know where you get them.
Well, obviously you get them by clicking that advert.
Overly
John
good.
Madden.
Okay, these are like, because you brought it up, I thought I'd just have a look and see how many boxes he ticks. What is the signs of sociopathy? One is a lack of empathy. It's one of the most notable symptoms. They come across as cold, unfeeling, callous, overly critical, harsh. Yeah, he's ticking some of those boxes. Disregard for what is right and wrong. Lies. Cheat. I'm not aware
What
of...
would his cheating be? Well, wait, no. Remember when Tommy and them went at him for stealing all of Nick's shit, and he's like, well, Nick made better jokes than I did.
Yeah. So then steals from others. He claims to be a copyright expert.
Well, with the breaking laws thing, ain't nobody popped him for it. But he ain't supposed to be doing what he did for Bo Blacks when he wrote up that fucking legal document for him to send over to fucking...
No, the copy pasta?
Yeah, that was illegal.
When it comes to wit and charm, I mean, he has absolutely no fucking common sense at all. The things he says is completely useless. However, he has managed to gain somewhat of viewership on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I mean, reading the paragraph in that, yeah, he of course tries to come off as very charismatic and is seen as that by his fans. He tries to use the intellect thing to make him seem very intelligent.
Yeah, says that
really
he's an
not.
expert. He's absolutely impulsive. I mean, whenever this thing comes up, he just starts telling people to fuck off, fuck off. He's arrogant as all shit. He believes that he is the shit. He knows everything. He is everything. And if you disagree with him, he will try to have you cancelled.
How many times have you seen him spurg out over being called out? Too many times.
Apparently, if you even brought up this thing in the past year, he would fly off the handle.
Yeah.
It hadn't been a year, has it? This has only been a few months.
Well, past few months, whatever.
I feel like it's only been a few months. God, I hope it hasn't been a year. 2020 went weird, but maybe.
They go by quicker the older you get. He pretty much checks out all those.
Quick.
He checks off pretty much all those verbal abuses too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ed threw in and said, "You know who else loves himself some John Swan? Leinard." Accurate. Not good things here, though. What fuck is that?
That's racism.
This is the wrong video. What that is.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
As well as on stream telling me I have to end my podcast and leave the internet. Perhaps like others who told me to take a break, he was concerned with me and my mental health. John doesn't give a damn about my mental health, and I'll get into this later. If he wanted me to take a break, he would have said so instead of suggesting that I can never come back. How can you interpret this as anything but implying I'm a pedo? Be honest. All my screenshots are from the Wayback Machine. So what happened to John's tweets? Well, the very next day, after an incident which I'll get into later, which made it much more difficult for John to publicly attack me, he deleted all his tweets. That's right. Soon after it became in John's interest to hide his tweets, he got the perfect opportunity to, without looking guilty. Apparently, someone had threatened to mass flag John's tweets, so he had to delete them all. This may seem suspicious, but I believe John.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was just an excuse. Like,
that was bullshit because people came at him. And you hear this kid say, "It's okay, I believe John." Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's far more charitable than...
The day after he gets caught calling a 15-year-old a pedo, now he got no tweets.
I think he's giving him the benefit of the doubt with that one. Yeah, it
Well-
is possible that he did have people spamming his replies saying they're going to flag him down. That is possible with what he fucking said.
He's trying to do the reasonable. I'm the reasonable guy, and realistically, you can't prove that John Swan didn't create an alternate account and say that to himself as an excuse to delete his shit. So,
Or that they were never there in the first place.
or that. So it's just better to give them the benefit of the doubt. In this particular case, when you have the tweets anyway.
Because I believe it is morally wrong to accuse someone of faking such a terrible thing to escape criticism without any proof. A month after not talking about the drama, a tweet and video mentioning it made John feel like he had to address it. So he did, in the worst way possible. John was clearly angry from this being brought up.
Just fuck off, you are all dumb.
He had a very dismissive tone to the whole thing.
It's in the past and I don't really care.
Like it was a big joke, troubling due to what I'll discuss soon, and doubled down. Hard. A long time after the community had accepted the truth, and those who did wrong had apologized, he, while gaslighting that he never insinuated I was one of the worst things imaginable, claimed that what was true was bad enough for me to be kicked out of the community, and that he acted perfectly during the entire situation, doing nothing wrong. Remind you of anyone?
No.
He still goes on to say, I never accused Michael of doing anything.
That was not good, like, from someone that's like, I don't know, Pie Man should not be here.
But at the same time, the stuff that Michael admitted to is stuff that makes me not want to be friends with somebody who is capable of doing those things, even the things he admitted to. I really hope he gets help, because nobody should just carry on doing what he did, and he should try and improve himself.
The way I see it, he's just a dumb kid who can't handle the influence he has. And so he goes on this weird moral crusade against people, and he feels a weird obligation to rid the community of bad actors. The problem with this is that he isn't fit with enough life experience or intelligence to figure out who is a bad actor and who isn't.
You people are taking an allegation with real-life consequences and treating it like petty YouTube commentary drama. This has a lasting impact on him, and it's an incredibly serious situation that has been mishandled in the worst possible way. You guys have lost your privilege of being in charge of the narratives.
This brings me to by far the worst thing John has ever done.
Was Nick talking to Nick then?
It was Nick talking. That's goddamn.
Fucking Nick's giving Nick the business.
It's fucking Nick's eating Nick alive. But I do like how he capped it off with, "Not you've lost the right to anything that a normal person would say, but you've lost your right to the narrative."
Accuse me of suicide baiting.
And I'm just... It came out later. Okay, well, he didn't... Those weren't genuine. That wasn't a genuine thing. He, like, literally, like, turned around and said he's fine. So he tried to weaponize a suicide attempt to try and make us feel bad about him saying he was being attracted to a 12-year-old.
He said that before about Susie, and it worked because Susie never said anything back to him. This kid is about to say something back to him, and I want everybody to know, look at that face. This is the moment. He could have shut up at any point. At any juncture. He didn't. And I don't even have to see the rest of the video to know. I know how this is going. I know how this is about to play out. What the fuck did he do that for? Well, I know why he did that. Because it worked when he did it with Susie.
Going back to the well again.
And dude. Before we play any further, no, don't play it. Goddamn, look at his eyes. Just shifting back and forth and shit. He knows. Like, that's all he had in the Rolodex. Right? I mean, there's other things he could have whipped out, but he can't use the Dewey Decimal System. He don't know what he's doing in there.
Yeah,
so he just pulled out what he already had. He returned the same book to the library.
Is John Swan an alien reptilian hybrid?
No.
I'm seeing a lot of features right here, and he's cold-blooded as fuck.
I don't even know if he's... I think he's really dumb.
He's
like, this is a really stupid person.
I'm waiting for the forked tongue to come out.
I was going to say,
and for the eyes to blink from the left to the right.
I don't think he's cool enough to be evil.
Oh.
I just think he's a really dumb person who's very full of himself. That's it.
That's what happens when you start...
He thinks he's amazing because he's too stupid to see how lame he is.
When you start talking to paintings and they talk back to you.
Anthony threw in and said, looks like the white bird has his feathers in a twist. There were puns there. There were puns. But before we advance any further, are we all rounding about in agreement that this is the point where he probably fucked up to where he can't come back? Like, this is what he's about to get hammered on. But like, he was getting hammered on this other shit, but now he's trying to say, okay, yeah, well, when we were trying to get that kid to run away from the internet and kill himself, he wasn't actually feeling like killing himself. Okay, he was okay. So
I don't think he's gone past the point of no return at this point.
Yeah,
but
I think he's past.
I would have thought he'd gone past the point of no return when he accused a 15-year-old of being a pedophile for liking a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old. I would have thought that was the line.
The point of no return was finding out the guy was actually a minor, and then deciding to keep on going.
No.
That's the point of no return.
But now you've harassed this kid, and yeah, maybe he was feeling some type of way about it for a certain amount of time, and he obviously recovered. And, like, people were trying to, like, oh, man, are you okay? And he's...
Yeah, I'm good now.
Do you know how often people will say they're fine when they're not fine?
Yeah.
All the fucking time. This is what lets me know that he has never, ever, ever had an interaction with a woman. Because women will always tell you they're fine when there is a massive fucking problem. When a woman says it's fine, you better make sure that your fucking life insurance is in order, because things are not fine.
Do you know who else also will say that they're fine when they're absolutely not?
people who are not
Depressed
fine.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depressed people do it all the time.
That's very common with mental illness. People who suffer either short-term or long-term mental illnesses. The fake it till you make it, the put up a brave front. It's very fucking common.
Yeah, I mean, I've had days when I've been lowest of the fucking low, and when I've been asked how I am, I'm still said I'm fine.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of times when I'm not fine, and there's maybe 2 or 3 people that I will tell the truth to when I'm not fine. Everybody else gets, yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Oh yeah.
I guess that's one way to look at it, and a good anecdote. It does. I mean, if the guy was trying to weaponize that kind of thing, I imagine he would have come back and still been talking about it, not telling people he was fine. Doesn't sound like he's trying to weaponize.
Well, yeah. If he was going to weaponize it, you bring up a good point. He would have kept on
And
playing into it.
He doesn't have to be suicidal for the rest of his life for just one. I don't know.
Yeah, he wasn't
He is
using
picking
it as...
some weird hills to climb on top of. I don't know. It feels like he's.
Well, this
been
thing
hanging out with
happened
Lita
like,
or something.
what, a year ago? It's not like he's been
You keep
dragging
saying a
on.
year. I don't know if this was a year. It might have. It's been
One of these guys
couple of
said it
months.
was almost a year ago. I swear.
That's even worse.
Uh-oh. Everyone look out. Bella said that she's fine.
Oh.
She's fine. She just needs some soap.
Oh.
But yeah, over the past, few months, I mean, if he wanted to, he could have been railing on this. That, oh, this was like the worst point in my life, and this guy tried to bring me to the brink, and fuck John Swan. And, that would have been, using it.
Weaponizing it, right?
Yeah. Even if it was legitimate,
Okay, from what I can find in the time frame, it was something about maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months.
What?
Yeah, about. This shit
Sir.
started about 2 or 3 months ago.
Your time frame is piss poor.
Which would make it last year.
I
but-
know the day that it happened was the day that Flex showed up and came in because I was telling him to go get that mango person.
I remember that.
Neon Caffeine or whatever. And then
Yeah.
Flex came in. I was like, well, why do you want to talk to Neon Caffeine? I'm like, why do you think?
We don't want to talk
And
to
like-
you. We want to talk to Neon Caffeine. Go get him.
Yeah, that wasn't long. That wasn't long ago. That was.
No, that was a
that
few months
day.
ago.
But I can see, finding from it, John Swan videos, allegations against Pieman started about 2-3 months ago.
And even if you take all the other signs away, oh, he should have stopped here, or you would think this is too far. You would think for his narcissistic YouTube personality thing that he's trying to, build, when it got to the point that the people that are usually on his side are like, hey,
Fake it.
now.
Fake the apology.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I would have expected too, yeah.
Yeah. You
That's
would
where I
think
was
you-
at. I'm like, why is he not?
That's
fake
what
the
you should have
apology,
done.
for fuck's sake. Well, he's so fucked up. He
I mean-
can't get down on that.
Yeah.
It's got to be something else.
If you were smart, you would have backpedaled like a motherfucker. But no, you're not, are you? You fucking genius.
Do you think maybe he accidentally chemically burned some brain cells when he was doing that hair?
No, we talked to him a year ago. He was dumb then too.
He was done then too. Okay, just checking.
Well, I have a feeling I know where the video is going to go after this, but give it a play anyway. That guy's dumb.
And I can't condone that. I can't say that's fine, that's cool, that's good. Like that makes it even worse. But from my perspective, it's like you were literally trying to make people feel bad for you because of things that you brought upon yourself. Like you can't use that as a scapegoat. You just can't. And it's just like these people were genuinely worried for him over something that just turned out to be completely wrong, and it didn't turn out to be right. Like this whole thing, he didn't have those genuine feelings, and it's just not on. You don't do that. There's my mask off moment.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask. When the debate is lost, the loser resorts to slander.
When the drama occurred originally, my mental state was breaking down. As John himself pointed out, I spent all my time online. All my friends were YouTubers on Twitter. The commentary community was my life. When everyone, friends included, turned on me and started to call me the worst kinds of things, I was distraught. I posted something which I very much regret. However, I had those feelings at the time. That was how I felt. I didn't do it on purpose to get attention or to get sympathy. After a few days, when my mind was more stable, I didn't cheer at how much more people were on my side. I was upset and felt ashamed at how worried I made everyone, including very decent people. John is angry at me for causing...
Yeah, those screenshots, that was December 8th, so this was just before Christmas last year. December of last year. Close to a year ago. I was close.
Well, it was last year, not a year ago.
Same difference. Right? Tomato, tomato?
It wasn't even 3 months ago.
Tell you what, this kid, that music was just spot on. The synthesizer noises as Swan was melting there live. I was like, yeah, this kid's got some good editing skills.
No, that's
presentation
what matters.
videos.
It doesn't matter what you say. You've got to edit things. I don't know. Let it roll.
People to be worried, and I was, and still I'm angry at myself for making people worried. But I didn't fake anything. As I said, my life had been shattered, and I contemplated and came close to things I wish I never did. I'm not going to name names, but there are times where the YouTube community assumed someone was faking mental health problems for attention when they weren't. We as a community shouldn't allow ourselves to get to this point again. John says
he literally turned around and said he's fine.
But that is far, far from true. A few days after the incident, my mind was more together, and I no longer contemplated those same thoughts. A lot of this was due to all the people who reached out to me, which helped me a lot. There are too many to name, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone. But as I do want to move on, I'll have the people who helped me the most on screen now. I also want to thank Nicholas Diorio, Turkey Tom, and Cordwit for giving me some genuinely helpful advice. After this, I was not fine. I was still unstable and upset. This is why I left the internet for months. If I only cared about helping my channel and stuff, I wouldn't have taken the break, so I lost Twitter followers and YouTube subscribers during this time. As I said in a DM to my very good friend Michael, which I asked him to post publicly, I literally went to therapy for my mental health. Not to stop me from being a future paedophile like John literally suggested earlier. This was not weaponizing suicide. This was very, very real. When John accused me of faking it for attention or sympathy, this is what made me mad. Before then, I didn't want to deal with this drama anymore, so I wasn't planning on making this video, and I was content with putting it in the past. But John's one arrogantly believing he was the only one who knew my true intentions, claiming terrible things with zero evidence, that was too far. I understand sometimes people lie about things like this, like racism and his heart attacks, but there was reason to doubt that. Things didn't add up. My situation did add up. Aiden and Augie make it clear here.
All the people talking about them, they knew he was socially inept, but maybe they need to look at their own social ineptitude with how they reacted to the situation.
I was following this from the very, very beginning, and I told everybody how stupid they were. I know everyone who fucking said it at the beginning.
Yeah, guys I
know
had
who
fucking...
you are. I know who the fuck you are. You called an autistic 15-year-old who's socially awkward. You got about 100 people to call him a pedophile over and over and imply that he's gonna be a future groomer. Do you know how fucking disgusting that is? Like, my friends of mine, I've like now decided to distance myself from because of this whole fucking situation. I'm ashamed right now.
Aiden's right.
People that I like had awful fucking takes on this. I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name them, but I like people that I like. Yeah, you gotta understand too. This kid is not a YouTuber. All right. Yeah, he has a video out, but he's not a YouTuber. He's some 400 sub follower spurg on Twitter. All right. He looks up to all of us. All right. He thinks we're all badasses. We're all heroes or whatever. If you're a really, socially off kid who has like superheroes on the internet that are all just shitting on him, telling him he's gonna grow up to be like the worst thing in the world, what do you expect is gonna happen? The kid's gonna go AWOL. He's gonna go haywire.
Like sympathize with this kid because I was like, I'm incredibly socially awkward IRL. I use the internet as an escape sometimes, and if this happened to me while I was a small YouTuber, I don't think I would have been able to fucking take it as well. These weren't Twitter randos that did this. This was our own fucking community. And it's just so fucking gross that something like this happened and people didn't think to themselves before they all started fucking dogpiling on this fucking socially awkward 15-year-old. You'll be lucky if this kid accepts your fucking apologies because those apologies, they don't deserve to be fucking accepted. You're only apologizing because you know what you did looks so fucking shitty, and I hope it follows you and you look like a dumbass the rest.
It's clear why John did this. Not because he actually believed in what he said, but to escape criticism once again. With how much John wants to get away from this drama, you could say that, from responsibility, he ran, hiding like his Anne. John's worst fear is being viewed as a flawed human being like everyone else. As a commentary YouTuber, it's John's job to put himself on a higher pedestal than the people he criticizes. So John takes this and runs with it, trying to be the criticizer who can't be criticized. But unlike someone like Colossal Looks Crazy, who could actually stake a claim to that title, there are things John has done wrong. This is why John tries so hard to avoid admitting to doing anything wrong. This is why to this day, John refuses to apologize to me, because an apology is an admission of wrongdoing.
You want to tell me, right? Where's my apology? Never. Absolutely never. Because I did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. So no, absolutely not. Not happening. There you go. There's my response.
He did nothing wrong.
Fucking little piece of shit. I want to fucking rip those bangs out of your head.
I wouldn't stop you.
I would never accept, if I was fucking, if I was Pieman, I would never accept your apology, but you absolutely fucking owe one. And I hope people crucify you over this. Because what you did in this situation, this is abhorrent. And you just blatant refusal to accept reality is why nobody should listen to you.
Yep.
I'm not saying that you need to be cancelled or like anything like that, but I'm saying this is why people need to never listen to a word that comes out of your mouth again or take you seriously. Because you have dog shit opinions and you are a terrible person.
The way that he sent his people at the kid was fucked up. And then double, triple, quadruple down. Unlikable. He makes himself really fucking unlikable.
He makes himself look like a dickhead.
I think unlikable is putting things a little too mildly.
Light. Yeah.
What would you say?
I would say that all those accusations that were leveled at Suzy Lu that she was a danger to the platform, yada yada yada. No. It's people like this.
Yeah. Let them go at one of these fucking kids and something actually happen and bet your ass there'll be some legislation.
Oh, yeah,
You are so fucking lucky that kid got some help and nothing went wrong. Because if something had, and it could have, it very much could have. He's an impressionable young 15-year-old kid. And they do stupid things. If something had happened to this kid, do you have any idea? Like, Etika was big, but Etika was an adult. You did this to a fucking child over nothing. You, sir, are air quotes danger to the platform. With your unsafe and dangerous ideas, your fucking ill-conceived opinions, your fucking arrogance, your inability to admit when you're wrong. You're just fucking garbage. Absolute muff cabbage.
Muff cabbage?
Muff cabbage. It's a Jersey thing.
Muff. Oh, a Jersey thing. You're not from Jersey.
It sounds cool though, so I'm all for it.
Okay, hold on. You have to explain muff cabbage to people. I have to go and get a drink. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds pretty cool.
Never heard this term before.
Well, I guess you guys have never seen the Jersey Shores episode of South Park. You need to educate
No.
yourselves.
I need to get educated.
Get on the path.
Man, I am unenlightened on this.
Snooki is my spirit animal.
Whew.
But yeah, this is fucked up. And this is how wide-sweeping, crackdowns happen on YouTube.
Yeah, and these guys just bring it on themselves.
Something like this happening, and then things going bad.
All it takes is one higher up staff member at YouTube to get hold of this. And then shit hits the fan. That's all it takes.
Smart Alex said the worst part of Swanster is that he just responds to people calling him out like it's a joke. Yeah, making out like this is a joke, that's absolutely terrible as well. Because this is 100% not a joke. You weren't joking before. It wasn't a joke then when you called him, insinuated what he did and told him to get off the platform. It's not a joke now that you look bad. It's not funny. You're not funny. There's nothing funny about this.
But he can hand wave it off because these people worship numbers and they don't want to believe anything bad if they like it, the fucking YouTuber.
That is a reoccurring theme, isn't it?
Overly reoccurring.
Anybody
Also,
that fucking
I think I
knows
know
about
Smart
this and fucking still follows John Swan, man, I got a very low opinion of you.
Yeah. I don't know. People follow people for different reasons, and this is happening on his live stream. Some people just watch the video.
Look,
Some
if
people
I
don't
was
see
a
the
fucking 100,
Twitter.
if I was a 100% John Swan mark, if I loved John Swan and his content, and I found out about this would be it. I'd be like, fuck this guy. He used to be great, but then he did that thing, and fuck. I can't watch him after he did that thing. That thing was fucked up.
I have never trusted this pathetic turd, and I never will.
How long have you known him?
I've known about him for a few years now.
Oh.
Never fucking trusted him. And I'm definitely never going to trust him again.
He seems like a scummy motherfucker. It's pretty hard to say he isn't, but
He's on his way to becoming, one of those terrible people on YouTube. Like, there was, a few months ago, we did a segment when we went and found some, like, really, really bad people on YouTube, because people were going at Susie Lou like she was the devil, right? So, how hard could it be to find genuinely bad people on YouTube? If we had come across this story then, this would have been on that week.
if John Swan would have pulled this back then, he would have made the cut. Yeah, trying to get a young kid ran off of the internet or to commit suicide. Like he did seem unhappy that he didn't kill himself. He was like, what? Like, the only way for that to have been okay would be if he killed him. Are you serious? But I don't.
And then because he didn't, obviously he faked it, right? He was trying to weaponize it against me.
So it's almost like
I'm
like
the
Swan was
victim.
weaponizing it because
He wants to be a victim.
No, I'm completely writing John Swan off. I don't believe there's now anything really that can redeem him. He's done too much fucking heinous shit.
By the way, I looked up Urban Dictionary's muff cabbage definition, and if that's in line with what you're saying, that's fucking fantastic.
What was the definition?
Let's see here. Vulgar term for a woman's horribly overused, flappy, gaping, pungent, bacterial, vaginosis-infested vagina.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bam! Bam! Got him.
That's disgusting.
Okay, then. No, we don't have the I want to be a victim bit. But there is a song that was requested earlier. Do you see it over there? It's in the normal, but let's finish the video and then we can give that song a play.
Oh, yes, okay.
Legal.
You guys can fuck off now and leave me alone, because I've finally done it. People, like, they spam my shit with this, like, over and over and over and over. You need to apologize, you need to apologize, you need to apologize for this, apologize for that. No, fuck no, absolutely not. If you think I should apologize, go fuck yourself.
I don't want to destroy John Swan's career, like that would happen anyway. I enjoy his content and wish the best for his success. However, I think John needs to be more mature, grow up, and take some responsibility. No matter your thoughts on John, whether you're a fan or his friend, I think I've provided enough information to prove that John is not perfect. He has made mistakes, mistakes deserving of an apology. This is why I want everyone who watched this video to tweet #ApologizeJohnSwan. While a few Spurg small commentators may just slightly annoy him, enough commentators big and small who join in may convince him to show a little humility. I view myself as a reasonable, forgiving person. Everyone involved with the drama who has apologized, no matter what they said or did, I have completely forgiven. I would never bring up what they did again. If John apologizes, I would do the same. Forgive him, and implore everyone else to do the same and not bring this up again. It's only fair. What happened with John Swan was an example of a commentator being too respected for their own good, where they're too scared to accept criticism. I hope this never happens again to anyone else, but for now, I'm only looking for 2 words from John. I'm sorry.
The commentary community has stands too. You're all brain dead. You're not looking at the situation logically. You're acting like fucking stands and you're just taking John Swan's side when John Swan can't be the victim. It's impossible for him to be the victim. Is the victim in this situation, and John Swan is not the victim. End of story.
Let's go off the script. Scrap the final page. I don't know why we read them, man, they're all the same. Let tomorrow wait. Let's take a little time. Don't worry about the daylight. Just keep on talking line by line. Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
Okay. He did a good video.
That was a pretty good video.
He did well.
No, that is the
Apparently
Tonka
the
stream.
video
That
was
is the
bad.
Tonka stream starting now. Tonky time. Are they gonna let me on? Is the real question. He won't let me on! He won't let me on because I'm streaming, that's why. He just won't let me on! He just won't let me on! They won't even let me on! He's not letting me on! He's not letting me on! He won't let me on! He just won't let me on! He's just not letting me on, he's just calling. But he's not letting me on his stream because I'm streaming at the same time. I am calling in, Tonka! Look! Tonka! Bro, how do you not let me in? I'm gonna tweet it out real quick. Tonka Saw isn't letting me on. He's just not letting me on. that's so sad. Okay. Oh, I'm here for the severing of those. This means I have to join now, don't I? I have to join up. I literally cannot. Sure, I thought he might accept me. Who would have thought? Who would have thought he wouldn't even accept my call? He would not accept my call because I'm live. Come on, Tonka. Accept the call. Why doesn't he want to accept my call? I'm calling into your show, Tonka. I'm literally calling in, Tonka. I'm calling into your show. Tonka, I am calling into your show. I have called in, Tonka. I am calling in, Tonka. I'm calling into his show. I'm calling. I am interested, Tonka. I'm calling in. Look. Tonka, I'm calling into your show. I'm calling in, Tonka. Yeah. Look, Tonka, I'm calling in. I'm calling in, Tonka. What's the problem? You have to keep running. Pumpkin says keep running. I'm not running. I'm calling in. What do you mean running? It's Tonka that's running by not letting me in the call. How am I running? I'm calling into his show. Why does he want to accept me? I'm literally not running. That's literally not it. Like, how do you not get that? I'm calling in. How is calling in running from him? I don't get it. I'm calling into Tonka's show, and he won't let me on the show. I've been trying to call in. I'm calling in, Tonka. This is me calling in. Come on, Tonka. Drag me up, Tonka. Drag me up, Tonka. Drag me up. This is insane. Tonka saw. Oh, this is so sad. I'm gonna try one more time. One more shot. He has one last shot to let me in. And if he doesn't let me in, then I'm taking callers. Then I'm back on. Let's try it though. One more shot. I'm waiting. One more time. One more time. He's not gonna let me in. Ah dear. I don't think they're not gonna pull me up. Why do they take so long? Why is it taking so long? How long have we been waiting? Gotta just wait. Is Tonka still waiting? We're still waiting for Tonka. Are we still waiting for Tonka? We're still waiting for Tonka. Well, we're just waiting. We're waiting. We're still waiting. Wait. We're waiting. We're still waiting. Take callers while you wait. I suppose we can do that. Why not? We're just waiting. We're just waiting. This is fair use content. This is fair use content. Just telling you guys, fair use content. I'm just waiting for it to accept my thing. Oh, I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting. Oh my Conker, I'm waiting. I'm literally waiting. We're just waiting. We were just waiting. I am waiting. Doesn't want to let me on because I'm live streaming. That's literally it. I'm waiting. Yeah, everyone's saying I'm waiting. That's true. Look, I'm just waiting. We're waiting. It's not gonna happen. I'm just waiting for you guys. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm literally waiting. What's Tonka doing? Tonka, look. Vamp. I'm gonna hold the play button just on the stream. And can someone screen cap that and tweet it out? That'd be great. It won't end very well for them. Oh my gosh, the dislikes are raking up. Keep disliking. We love it. Yeah, please, guys. This is. Oh my gosh, that like to dislike. Bloody hell. What have you guys done? Is it okay for me to dislike this now? I'm gonna dislike. That's amazing. Have you seen this, Nick? This is the best dislike rate. Like, he has more dislikes than people watching on his stream. Look at that like to dislike ratio. Amazing stuff, Tonka. Haha, calling with the 5. Please disliking Mr. Tonka's on stream. I'm dumb. I apologize. Sorry, I'm dumb. He doesn't want me.
Yes.
It was a trip down memory lane.
Good memories.
That was entertaining. Let me in. Knock, knock, knock. Let me in.
Well, hey, I'm doing that thing that you told me not to do. Let me in.
If you remember when he said, I'm only going to try one more time, he ended up coming on the show that day. He shut down his thing.
Yeah, he shut down his stream and it was like half an hour later he was in the show.
Yeah. We had a long talk about the Mona Lisa. It was very fun. But
if I legally owned the Mona Lisa, like actually owned it, would there be anything legally stopping me from eating it?
Besides common sense.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could eat it if you fucking wanted. Yeah.
I think you should save up your money and buy it and eat it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat famous art.
Just to pwn them, people.
Nobody's
Why
ever
the
done
hell
that
not?
before.
Nobody. I agree. Nobody has eaten the Mona Lisa before.
No. With him, that was a nice takeaway for a minute to, kind of palate cleanse. But again, we gotta. There's still more to talk about on the thing.
Well, it's palate cleansing with the shithead, though.
Yeah. The kid who had all this happen to him, he's handling it more or less well. All
Seems
right.
to be.
He's handling it kind of okay. But what I think is gonna be a problem with it is even the people who criticized and when it jumps, like I don't expect Augie to, jump on the hashtag and promote the video and shit like that. This is gonna be something they want to quietly go away. I
Don't let it.
What?
And I don't think anyone should let it go away. Don't let him fucking slink away from this shit.
No, I don't think he should get away from it either. That's not what I mean, but I just have a feeling this is going to be something most of the commentators want to kind of be let go versus something that they want to do streams on and talk about and have back and
Your
forth.
comfort level is going to be to bury it or try to.
They're gonna want people to forget about it. They might go in for a week or so, and then try and not mention anything about it. Try and just not mention anything bad about John Swan, and let people forget.
Try, he says. I don't know.
I hope this shit follows him around for the rest of his days.
Well, this is the type of shit that should follow someone around for the rest of their days.
Also, in the past 5 minutes or whatever, we just received a whole bunch of new subscribers. I don't remember the names of everyone, but thank you, welcome.
What? In the past 5 minutes, we got a bunch. Okay, cool.
Wait, like subscribers or like channel members?
Well, it came up on my OBS subscribes.
Oh.
I think it gives it, on YouTube it means different than on Twitch. But either way, thanks. Very cool.
Yeah, I know it's. I was just making sure to be clear which term was, the correct one.
Why is it? Do you know why? Did you just become a Twitter celebrity or something?
Me? No, I think people agreed with what happened with the with our takes.
Oh,
some people just don't like muff cabbage.
Calling John Swan muff cabbage brought all the girls to the yard.
Apparently
The
so.
boys to the yard.
Apparently, yeah, muff cabbage is over as fuck, son.
Okay, gotcha. I got you. We appreciate the subscribers and the muff cabbage magic that you pulled out with that.
Appreciate the muff.
Do you think the young man is going to need to make any more videos, or do you think this one is going to do the job? I don't think making more videos will help, and I don't think this one is going to do a big dent.
I think you're right on both, but I do think it was a good video. And if he left it here, I mean, it just obviously he laid things out. He was trying to be, you pointed out there's plenty of times where he could have just went in, or whatnot. He took the higher road, and yeah, so make this his reply and just let it be.
Yeah, could have
He's
been
not-
way cooler.
He's not high profile enough to have this make a major dent.
Which is why it needs to be shared around by
Yeah, which
people
is
who
why it
are
needs
higher
to be.
profile. I think that this video was
Yeah.
incredibly well made, very well put together, concise. I think that the evidence provided was extremely good, and this video 100% should be the definitive narrative on who is John
Not
Swan
even
as a
calling
person.
to get rid of John Swan either.
No,
Like,
no.
he's just say you're sorry, and we can never talk
Apologize.
about it again, and it'll be fine.
All he wants is an apology, and I can admire that.
Yeah, well, that's all he wants. I'm just saying, like, this is the definitive narrative. This is who John Swan is as a person. I'm not saying that anything should happen to this bloke's channel or anything like that. I'm just saying that,
Yeah, I made sure I retweeted your tweet there. That'd be fun.
This'll do some damage to John Swan, but I don't think it's going to do that much. It'll be perhaps a little bit of damage, and he'll make up what he loses in probably a couple of weeks. John Swan will.
Well, very likely. Numbers wise, at least. I don't know about the bridges. Some people are probably going to be ill with him about it, but I don't
see,
expect it to be.
Well, the bridges, he'll lose the bridges for quite a while. They might come back. Bridges can always be rebuilt. I've seen enough people in the commentary community who absolutely hate each other over shit that's happened between them start working together again. I've seen enough times. This shit will happen. It might take months, take a year. Bridges will be rebuilt. He'll get back to where he was. But at least some people will know that he is a piece of shit.
So I can really hope. But you got Tipster out there saying that Pie Man's arguments are dishonest. So,
Where?
Pest said that in the chat just now. It's what he's saying on Twitter. The video
Yeah,
we
it's been
watched,
posted in
that
the,
was
the newsroom.
dishonest. Do you have a take on that, Akujin?
Show me the dishonesty. I'll wait here.
The video. The video, it was dishonest, Kujin. Come on.
What about it was dishonest?
Now, I've checked the #1 name in news now, and he's done gone and said that was dishonest, and you need to
Oh, fuck you,
calm
Tipster.
down, Akujin. You just need to settle down. Good, you're settled down. Well, if you look in the news, then you can get the news straight from Tipster News, the newsiest news.
All the news.
It's all dishonest, Akujin. So there you go.
Apparently, it's not part of his lived experience or something.
Now you have a real take. I hope you've learned.
You want all the real news, you gotta go to Tipster News, who's definitely news and not just making shit up.
Yeah. I have a feeling. that
Dishonest
Akujin's
how?
spoiling.
You drama garbage piece of shit. What about that was dishonest? You can't just like say that. Just point to one thing. Oh wait, there isn't a single thing. That's why you didn't mention it.
Or
there is nothing dishonest about that video. What is in that video is you don't like it because it paints the entire bunch of you idiots in a bad light because you've been backing John Swan for the past year and he fucked up hard. And it makes you look stupid because you're standing next to him. That doesn't make anything about that video or anything that he said in it dishonest. That makes you dishonest. Submit any single claim about why you have that opinion. Present an argument. Don't just ad hominem over nothing. It's just dishonest.
Tipster
Just dismiss
will
it.
Never sack up, Akujin. That's what I would like to see you on. See if he would take you in there. See if he would have Dr. Herb on his fucking stream. See if he would
I
come to a
guarantee
stream
you
that
he's
you're
got me
on.
banned. I mean,
He
or
is not
blocked or
gonna
whatever.
have any of you on. He's not gonna talk to any of you. Out of all of the people over there, Tipster is the most pussified because he has the most to lose because of how hard he went and how wrong he's been.
He is absolute chicken shit.
He's a clout-chasing liar and nothing more. Born that way and will die that way. Anthony threw in again and he said, Tipster's so fat he can't see his own testicles. And that's more of a statement than a joke or a question, but I still appreciate the fiver, Anthony. He's a good
Fucking trying to like find him
fuck.
on YouTube, I mean on Twitter right now. And the fact that he's even got Journo in his name is fucking disingenuous.
Did you cue up the Dr. Herb image?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Well, hello.
Hello, Herb.
Dr. Herb's here now. Doctor's in.
Yeah, I was just looking over the tipster tweet, and he responded to that when John was on that stream that happened yesterday, and he was trying to make excuses for each of the points in this video. That were pretty dishonest, more honesty and actually in the video than anything that Tipster said here or John said yesterday.
You watched the video too, I take it, right?
I watched the Pie-Man video. I caught parts of the other stream in pieces, but what I caught from John was just tap dancing, just around things with other people in the stream, telling him how great he is.
Well, when you looked at the Pie Man video, did you see anything wrong? You see anything outrageous?
No, he recounted what happened, exactly the way it happened, and he recounted how he felt.
He didn't call for him to be canceled.
No,
Don't even want you to go dislike his video.
No, none of it's dishonest. It's straight out there. So I don't know where they get this pushback that he's lying or he's doing things that aren't straight shots at John. And I did like Akujin's sociopath argument. I've seen that tendency with him as well. And I'm an internet doctor, so it's true.
There you go.
He seems that way. He's seeming that way for real.
Yeah.
What's some other kind of thing I could pick your brain on? Like, you say that Tipster he's taken up for John here while John was on the air, and trying to piggyback on that, get some relevance and a retweet.
Yep.
Do you think he even really knows about the whole situation? Because if you remember, he's the one who jumped in and said, "It's okay, Bo Black's is a library."
No, actually, Tipster came out originally and said, that Pie Man didn't do anything wrong, which is is typical Tipster, come out with try to write both sides of the story, right? So you take it as it is. When it happened, he was pro Pieman. Now he's against Pieman.
It was Pieman didn't do anything wrong, but also John has done absolutely nothing wrong.
Look,
both can't be true.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't deserve and say that right here he says, but I'm watching people's reactions to the stream, to his video. And there's a lot of dishonest arguments there. I'm going to assume that he's talking about people commenting on the video and their reactions to it. And I would I would like him to clarify.
That is one way of interpretation.
Akujin has got his dukes up.
Akujin, there's another screenshot in there that I posted as well. That kind of gives you a better indication of what Tipster's thinking. If you take a look in the same place you found that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't speak for what other people are saying, but the boys' videos seem good.
Yeah.
Well, the two screenshots I'm looking at here, the ones that Herb's given us, again, that just shows two-sidedness. Saying, look, the Pieman video's bad, but also saying, well, there's a lot of dishonest arguments, and I think he might be talking with that one that it's the people reacting to the streams giving the dishonest arguments. That could be it. Again, ragging both sides.
Yeah, well, the video, those tweets came out the same day, yesterday, right? So they were timed a bit apart. So it's possible he's talking about the people reacting to the streams. John was reacting to the stream. So he was on the stream that they were reacting to Pieman's video. So it's very possible. But the other screenshot, which essentially says, "Don't Pieman's video was bad." That one kind of gives you a sense of what Tipster thinks of the video, which I think is crazy.
That's another thing I don't like about this tweet, and this is another thing I want him to fucking clarify on. What about this is bad? Because if you mean this video is bad for John Swan, I 100% agree. This video looks absolutely fucking terrible for John Swan. But I get the impression that that's not what you meant.
If that's what he's saying, yeah, he's right.
But I doubt it.
And
I think the video.
I doubt it.
I think he's saying that the video itself is bad.
Whatever he's saying, he's doing the fence riding tipster bullshit that Tipster is always going to do in order to lie about other more successful YouTubers
and not get in the shitstorm.
See, and this is one of the things when I first came back and I was trying to understand what's going on with these people. When I would read Tipster's replies or even see some of his videos, it took me a minute to catch on to that. Like when you first look at it, you're like, oh, okay, well, he has this opinion. Oh, this is going to be changed because of this. No, it's exactly what he does. He's riding both sides of the fence so he can, I don't know,
at the end,
bigger
he'll say
audience. And
that
then
he was always at the winning team.
Yeah, winning team. Yeah,
a front running coward.
Isn't that amazing?
The other comment I was going to say was, I know, Kyra, you mentioned that you didn't think this was going to. I don't know. Did you mention it wouldn't? You didn't think it would stick beyond for too long, or just?
It'll stick, but it's not going to do any long-term damage.
Yeah, I kind of disagree, and the reason I disagree, I think it's really hurt John's credibility because it happened at the same time. Like this all came out very close to this dream shit. And whether you believe John or not on the dream stuff, a lot of people don't believe John on the dream stuff that aren't really in this community, or just adjacent to the community. So I think fundamentally he's taking a hit to his credibility that I don't think he'll really like.
Well, these two things happening at the same time. The people with the dream thing is the thing about the messages, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and he lied about that for no reason.
He's created a pretty crafty story
Well,
to try to explain a number of things away that are
Well,
coincidences.
people want to not like him over that, and eventually they'll get to a point of, oh, well, it's just DMs or whatever. But then they'll have this nice meaty bone to chew on.
I want to talk to one of these morons.
Which morons?
Either one, fucking John Swan or Tipster.
Oh, I don't think John Swan wants to talk anymore. Like, you could even say you'll go on his show, and I don't think he
I
wants to
will.
talk to you right now.
I'll go on either one of them show. Explain to me this stance about how any of this is alright.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that answer too.
I'm calling you motherfuckers out. You're all fucking full of shit. Hipster, I know that you're fucking full of shit. I see what you did here with these tweets. How you framed them, in a way that you could back out of it later. So fucking clarify on it. Because if there's anything bad in that video, it's absolutely John Swan. And as far as the reactions to the video, I imagine any negative reactions to John Swan after watching that video are completely legitimate. Where's the dishonesty? If you want to correct me on that, I'll come on your show. I don't give a shit.
So you're asking to get manhandled. Could you imagine? I mean, you couldn't go on their show. I mean, you're not ready for that.
Why not? I mean,
Tipster has the truth on his side.
Yeah, so they should have nothing to be afraid of, right? I mean, I'm not even Tonka. I'm not even the devil.
You're devil adjacent though.
Yeah, you're some like lesser demon.
John doesn't run a show unless he has a person to take down. So.
Well, now he does.
Yeah.
There you go.
Akujin, are you the target?
I don't think John would talk to you. Maybe Tipster, because it's not about him. But John has no incentive to talk to people about that topic.
Yeah, he doesn't seem.
I
very
bet he
happy.
doesn't.
He can shout at a
wanna talk
live
about
chat
it.
about it, but he has no incentive to talk to another person about the topic.
How the fuck
That's
do
just what
you motherfuckers bang on about Susie Lou for a year, saying that she's going to be the death of YouTube? Alright, and you all want to sweep what John Swan did under the rug.
Yeah, when his shit's gonna actually, if it ever went the wrong way, it's gonna be, yeah.
Thing is with John, it's
fuck
piling
with
up. It's starting to pile up. So people aren't.
They're
going
starting to
continue
cut bait with him too.
Yeah, it's not. Gonna,
Except
people aren't going
Tipster.
to stick around for that. Tipster's going to try to ride both sides. That's just
He
what
is, but he also went against Nick and the rest of them with the Deaf Noodles thing. Like the racial purity test, he got off board.
Yeah, but he's
which
back
was
on Deaf
wise.
Noodles. But he's back on against Deaf Noodles.
Oh,
So
fuck.
just like he,
All right,
like he
well,
normally
he's
does.
back. Never mind.
He didn't go on the racial purity test, but he's back against Deaf Noodles because everybody else is.
All right then.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
against Deaf Noodles. Just he doesn't
Yes.
like the racial purity test.
He was calling out Deaf Noodles for slander the other day. I think just after somebody else had, because he has to wait to get his opinions, either from the quartering or from Augie and Nick first.
Oh God, the quartering.
There's some hot takes.
That's who we need to weigh in on this.
I can just imagine fucking some of those dirty motherfuckers going to Tipster, just like passing him a dossier, and it's like, these are your opinions for the week.
That's what I feel like sometimes looking at his shit, because it's so inconsistent with his previous stances. Like you can find a tweet from Tipster saying the exact opposite of what he said.
This is your pamphlet for the week.
Yep. Yeah.
God damn.
Look, we need you to play heel this week. You've got to disagree with us on this one. Just so it looks like you're not agreeing with literally everything we say. We just need you to disagree on this one thing. Everything else, complete compliance with what we go with. Just everything. That's just how it seems. It would also be
Man.
absolutely hilarious if it was true.
I have a really I've got a really weird feeling for how this is going to play out. But they are kind of all getting their lines drawn down and everything. They're about to pounce on somebody's about to pounce at the other one. Don't know who will jump first. But Swan is ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the one to pick off from the back of the herd right now. I don't know. Maybe he will recover, but it does feel like a perfect storm of what happened with the Dream Guy, plus this, plus just everything going the way it's going. It feels like it's happening.
In my
And
mind,
John Swan
I
gets
feel
swept.
in my mind, I feel like there's only, they have a big core of hardcore people over there that just take in everything like pablum, right? They're not questioning anything that goes on over there. So there's going to be always like 2,000 people over there that just, get wowed by the editing and the tone, but don't really aren't very critical of the content, and that's not very. I don't think that's going to change. So he's still going to have these big live streams and successful videos. I just think that Dream thing exposed John to a large group of people that could conceivably be followers of
More
his
people
already,
now
or
know about him in a negative sense than know about
yes,
positive.
yes, and they don't and my point was Dream doesn't have to be right.
Mhm.
He just came out and
He has
he
the
and he
numbers
exposed the
this
guy.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a big difference. I think that's a bigger impact to John than the Pie Man thing. The Pie Man thing is worse, but it's not going to get the I like Kairu. I kind of agree with Kairu. It's not going to get the impact that this Dream thing did, right or wrong.
I think it can, depending. It would take the Dream people continuing to be mad enough to dislike John Swan that they then go ahead and look for something else to be mad about. And if they find that, oh fuck.
Oh, he pissed off the K-pop people yesterday too, and he got ratioed again by the K-pop people.
Brilliant.
John
Yeah.
pissed off
John.
the fucking Dream people so much that John Swan was fucking trending on Twitter.
Wow.
That is a group big enough to make something actually trend on Twitter.
Not bullshit trend. Trend. Yikes. Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the long term is for him. I just think that there'll be more side eyes on his content than there has been in the past.
I don't know, man. I think that will. The Dream thing plays out. They want something else. They go to that. He's in for a world of hurt. If this comes and goes, and the Dream thing comes and goes, he may be all right. Man, that's asking for two things to go away at once, and that's a big ask. I think he's just gonna keep laying low. He's not gonna make any videos or anything.
That's the smart play. If you're him, you just
He's
let people
gonna
forget
sit
you
it
exist
out.
for a bit.
That's usually the best medicine on the internet.
Tipster will be defending Milady John, of course. Jan Swan, fuck ever.
Yin Swin.
Okay, looking over things. Dresden Trumpet agrees that it will be used to pile on to shit. And whenever things start rolling with John, I agree. That was my thing. They're just gonna pile it on. But I might be wrong. Dresden Trumpet could be wrong. There are a million ways it could play out because he's got two bags of bullshit hanging above his head. They could both fall and miss. Or they could both fall and land all over the motherfucker. I don't know. I can't tell you how it's going to play out, but
The sword of Damocles is swinging.
he has earned having to at least tell that kid that he's sorry. And that shouldn't be that big of a deal. But the fact that it is tells you more about John Swan than it does about anything else. You can't just tell that kid, my bad. That's all he has to do. And it's an obvious one. Like, this is an obvious my bad situation.
All he needs to say is, look, I fucked up. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm sorry for what I said. That's it. All that's needed. That's all Paimon wants. He's not asking for anything major, just asking for an apology.
You don't want to pay off. Not demanding a shout out. Not nothing.
Yeah, it's just
An
say
apology.
sorry and don't talk about this shit.
I can't hate that guy, guys. I can't be mad at that kid.
No, I think he handled it with class. So far, so good.
The only criticism I have is he's too reasonable. So on some things,
He is very cool to people who have tried to ruin his life.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind of like shit on him. Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
that's the impression I get is that he's kind of been a follower of theirs, and the whole
seems
community
like a
kinda
nice
dumps
kid.
on him, huh?
you got to remember he's 15 too. So
Yeah.
you know he's trying to stay connected. I guess is what I would think.
Why is
he
the
looks up to him,
15-year-old
yes.
more reasonable than the fucking adults?
That ain't good either, yeah. And it seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. All that. But he's way too nice to the people who
Have tried to ruin him?
who were perfectly fine if he ended up taking his own life. And then seemed almost annoyed that he didn't. Those people.
You know who Swan reminds me of? Jay White.
Oh,
That's mean. There are people who care about Jay White.
Like one person who cares about Jay White.
Yeah, there's only one person.
There's only one Jay White.
There is only one Jay White, Mark.
Only one. And I do have them by sometimes just to talk about Jay White on Jay White Vision. Jay White is not something to be hated. Embrace the Jay White.
You saw what happened to Carrie. It's going to happen to Jay White too.
It's gonna happen way worse with Jay White. I think he's a heel. Jay White. I don't know what the plan will be for the rest of my day, but I may end up going over there and playing a thing later. Don't hold me to that. Does anybody else plan on doing anything for the rest of the day?
More exercise
Well, I have
and more work.
No.
I haven't posted anything on Twitter that could get me heat from the commentary guys today. So I don't think so.
You're slacking off. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I seem to pissed off a few people this week.
Has Tipster blocked you?
Tipster?
Yeah.
Not 8 or 9 times. So.
Okay.
Are you
You
blocked
remember
on
Every time-
time that he
Every time he
unblocked
gets
you to retweet you and then blocked you again?
He hasn't recently. He has in the past. Oblax has done that recently.
I thought Tipster did it to say thank you during the
Oh yeah.
Like he unblocked you to retweet you and then blocked you again.
Yeah, that's
fucking mark.
they've all done that to me except for Diorio.
How the fuck is he saying thank you to an account that he has blocked? You can't see it.
He must have agents that are sending him in my stuff. I'm not sure. I do have hate followers. I'm
No, I mean,
pretty
how
clear.
is it a thank you to you when he has blocked your account?
I
He's
can't even remember
telling
what
you
that
thank
was
you,
for.
and you cannot see it.
Yeah. Well, I think he knows I could see it because I screenshot him regularly. So
Maybe that.
yeah.
Maybe that.
But he tagged me in it, which was hilarious. He put my Twitter handle in it. I thought, well, yeah, that's kind of weird. Since you have me blocked, I can't see it.
He wanted you to see it, but also used a specific feature to make sure you couldn't see it.
Yes.
That's tips.
Genius.
That's tipster. Did you see that Akujin redid the logo?
Yes, I did see that. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It is now JY Division.
He
Now
flexed that up.
100% more Jay White. Nice. Jay White now with Kung Fu grip.
He's enjoying this editing thing a lot. He's a
Well, it's
fan.
good.
You're doing
Okay.
a good job with it.
It's not the
Herb is
worst
gonna
thing I've
steer
ever
clear of
done.
commentary people. What are you doing for the rest of your day, Akujin? What are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know. Oh my god.
Pretty sure I'm aware of what I'll not be doing.
What will you not be doing?
Pretty sure I won't be getting any invites by John Swan or fucking
How rude.
Tipster to discuss these matters.
You should start spamming tweets. They love tweets. I can tell you what I won't be doing.
Calling children pedophiles?
Running children off the internet, calling them pedophiles.
It's really not that hard to do.
It
Yep.
isn't.
Yeah.
Really fucking easy to pull that one off.
Do you keep telling children on the internet that they're pedophiles? There has to be a better way.
There's got to be a better way. What about Les and Kyrie? What are you guys doing anything for the rest of the day?
Well,
Not
I'm gonna do continue to do some more therapy. I mean I exercise, probably about 3 hours a day, and then do some work.
Yeah, I might play some video games, maybe do a little bit of painting. That's about it.
Oh, nice. I didn't know
All
you
right,
were a
so
painter.
nobody here plans to run a young child off of the internet by calling them a pedophile. Not a
Well,
one of you.
hold on. Let me check my planner. Oh shit!
Les.
No, I don't have it on there.
Les was consulting the planner.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Today doesn't look good, and neither does tomorrow. Actually,
I think it's very specifically in my planner to not run children off the internet by falsely
write that
claiming they're
down.
pedophiles.
I'm gonna get my crayon and write that down right now.
Yeah, that seems to be on all of the days in the planner.
Don't be an asshole or a muff cabbage. There we go. Okay.
Two
Oh
B's.
no, I like being an asshole some days, so I don't put that one on.
2 B's and cabbage.
Is that a less?
Oh,
Is that a
yeah.
recurring appointment for you?
What's that? Not being a muff cabbage? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that daily now.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll make not being a muff cabbage repeating asshole.
Can you-
I'm not doing that one.
Can you invite me to that event as well?
Yes, I will mark you down.
Link me to this event.
Everybody here wants to be non-muff cabbage to this.
What, like creating a Facebook event, everybody to meet in one place and not be a muff cabbage.
That Bella is declaring that you are using the JY division too liberally.
We will burn him out by setting fire to the candle.
She loves it, and then she tells you to put it away immediately.
Yeah, she's like, okay.
I will bring Dino Bravo back from the dead to take care of Jay White.
Bad day for Jay White.
Yeah, see,
man,
missed
I
your,
almost wish they
300
could have heard
stream.
that one.
They did. I forgot to mute on stream for that
good.
one.
Oh, you.
All right, you hear that, vape? That was
Australia catching fire again.
Yeah, that's almost like that may as well be the work whistle. The end of the stream day. Here comes Akujin with the fucking hold on. Here it is, boy. Why do you do this to me?
I don't have a vape. I can't make the actual sound.
That's some good shit.
God damn. Fucking dork.
You wanna hit this?
No. Cease.
Cabbage.
Cease. Okay. Is there anything else? Is anybody in the chat need any more clarification on any more of the things? Anything
that you should not do?
If everybody's good, speak now, forever hold your peace. Just throw a Wu-Tang.
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 I don't think I've ever heard that with a British accent before. That was weird.
Well, first time for
Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, mate.
Fucking Wu-Tang camp.
Fucking Wu-Tang. That's right. See you tomorrow, guys.